So today I thought I would show my all-time favorite products. Not just of the moment, not just of the month, but ever. I love watching like yearly favorites, even monthly favorites. I enjoy watching just products that people consider their holy grail products, I guess. So I have a few skincare items. It's mostly makeup, and I tried to stick with one product per category. It's kind of fun to think about, like if you couldn't, like if all your makeup disappeared and you had to purchase like one product per category, like what would be your standout product? So yeah, that's what I'm going to show you today. So to start off with skincare, I don't have a really extensive skincare routine at the moment. So these are just products that I'm using right now and have continued to use for a while. The first being the Purity Face Wash. What is this exactly called? One Step Facial Cleanser. That's a classic, isn't it? It's a go-to. It's really, really gentle, but I find is the best at removing makeup, dirt, everything on your face that you want to take off at the end of the day. So I haven't tried a lot of face washes, but I know that everybody talks about this and uses it no matter what your skin type is or sensitivity issues or anything. Like, this is the best. And I think this is like maybe the 5th bottle that I've repurchased. It's just a good go-to. It never irritates my skin. It leaves it feeling clean but not too dry, so I like that one. I'm going to move on to my daytime moisturizer. And to be honest, most times I use this as a nighttime moisturizer too. I think it's just a good all-around moisturizer. Yeah, it's a little bit thicker, so if you have oily skin, I'm not sure how it would work, but I have drier skin and I think it just works beautifully. It's the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. It's just like a thicker moisturizer, looks like a moisturizer, and I can use this at all times. I can use it in the morning, right before I apply makeup. This absorbs so quickly. It only takes like 5 minutes before you can apply makeup when you use this. Again, I have normal to dry skin, so it is a thicker moisturizer. I think a lot of people would use this at night, but yeah, I can use it day and night, anytime. It's perfect. It's like, doesn't break me out. Beautiful. But if I did use a night cream, one of my favorites is the Origins High Potency Nightamins. This feels so good on my skin and smells even better. It's just, when I don't apply this every single night. I will use it occasionally, just when I remember or just when I feel like really pampering my skin at night. But this just makes my skin feel so soothed, so moisturized, just really, really nice. I don't really like using heavy moisturizers that just kind of stay on your skin and don't sink in. I know a lot of people love using like night oils or beauty oils, like the Josie Maron, is that what it's called? And I've used that occasionally, but I just hate the feeling, even at nighttime, of like residue on my face. And this just makes it feel nice and lovely and beautiful and does a good job at moisturizing my skin. And I am like addicted to the smell. It smells like oranges. See, I haven't used like that much. I don't know if you can tell, but I do really, really like this, but just kind of forget to use it every night. But okay, moving on to eye cream. I do have one that I use, like the First Aid Beauty Moisturizer. I use this day and night, but mostly during the day. I will always apply this before I do my makeup or in the morning, you know, daytime. So it's the Kheils Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. Yeah, this is good. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's probably the only eye cream that I've tried. I really like to do my research when I purchase products, especially skincare. I just like to see a nice universal all around, everybody loves it type of skincare product. And this is a very popular one, and I have repurchased it multiple times. And at night, again, when I remember, I will use the Sheisedo, how do you pronounce that? Benefiance? I don't know how to pronounce that. Wrinkle Resist 24-hour blah blah blah. It's the Sheisedo Eye Cream, and this is almost gone. It's more moisturizing and a little bit thicker than the Kheils one, which is why I like to use it at night. I'm not sure how makeup would apply over this, and I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a night eye cream. Yeah, so I like to use that under my eyes at nighttime when I remember, which is like once a week. This is probably my all-time favorite face mask. I love how my face feels after I use it. To be honest, all of the Glamglow masks I love, and I really do think they're kind of worth the money. I have other face masks that I have bought from different brands that they don't stand out to me enough. This one does. It makes my skin feel so clean after I use it, and that's what it's made for, is to like pull out all the impurities in your skin. I use it probably maybe once a week, and yeah. I did want to mention the Body Shop Body Butters. These are an all-time favorite moisturizer. I've tried every single scent. I use it every single time I get out of the shower. They're just so incredibly moisturizing, and they have, it sounds like I'm stuffed up. This one's probably like my all-time favorite scent. It is a recent discovery, but it's the Fuji Green Tea scent. Oh, it's just beautiful. These do sink into the skin, but I think they keep your legs feeling moisturized. Like I want to apply this and immediately put on like a pair of tight jeans or anything, just because it doesn't really sink into the skin very fast. It's more of like a nighttime thing, or if you're going to be wearing shorts or anything, I think it's good for that. My favorite perfume of all time, it is the Viktor and Rolf, did I pronounce that right? Probably not. Flower Bomb. It's my all-time favorite perfume. I love it. I'm not too particular with my perfumes. To be honest, whenever I spray perfume, I don't really tend to smell it throughout the day, but I do get a lot of compliments when I wear this, and I just think it smells so good. I have other favorites, but I would say probably right now this is my favorite. I can't even begin to describe what it smells like, because I can't describe smells. But yeah, it smells florally, I suppose, and is a little bit heavier. But I will wear it daytime, nighttime, anytime. So. Okay, for my favorite primer, it's the Too Faced Hangover. Is it RX or is it HangoveRx? It would make sense if it was HangoveRx, but everybody says HangoveRx. So yeah, this is my favorite primer, I think, of all time. I just like it because it hydrates my skin. I like the way that this feels on my skin, and I think foundation applies really well over it. I do have other favorite primers for different purposes, but all around, like if I could just grab one and put it on my face, it would be this one. My favorite foundation of all time, it is definitely the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is just like, if I could not have any other foundation, I would just need this. I have it in like 4 colors, depending on how tan I am. And it is just so perfect in every single way for me. I love the coverage. I like the finish. I like the color selection. They have so many colors. As long as I moisturize properly and prime properly, which I do, they just are so amazing on the skin. I like applying it with a beauty blender. It's just my perfect foundation. I also do want to mention the Makeup Forever foundations. I think these are just really convenient and really easy it's like, I'm sure most people have seen it, but it's in a stick form, and yeah, I think this is perfect for dry skin. It has a really, really nice coverage and a really nice finish as well. It's a little bit tackier and more dewy than the Estee Lauder Double Wear, so if you have really dry skin, I think these would work. This is probably my second favorite foundation of all time. I also want to quickly mention, it's so disgusting, my beauty blender. Can't live without this. I've probably bought like 10 of them. It's just the perfect way to apply my foundation and under eye concealer. I use brushes on occasion, but this is my absolute favorite way to apply it. Love the beauty blender. Some tinted moisturizers, or I guess CC creams, that I wanted to mention are the It Cosmetics. What is this exactly called? Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting blah blah blah. It's just the It Cosmetics CC cream. I love these. I need to repurchase them because they're almost out. But again, I like my full coverage. These provide pretty full coverage, especially for a product like this. I can't really get away with using super light tinted moisturizers just because I don't think they provide enough coverage for me. But this is a really, really good moisturizing, like good medium coverage to full coverage CC cream. So I do like these. As far as my under eye concealer, it's hard to say. I think right now it's the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I do really still like my MAC Pro Longwear concealers. I don't have one around to show, but it's something that I've been using for so long and still really, really like. I think this is a little bit more hydrating, but the MAC one is provides more coverage, I think. But as far as an all-around concealer, like I can use it on my face, under eye, I think it's really brightening. I would say my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I love the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This is just my favorite way to set my under eye. I don't use it every single day just because of convenience. As far as setting my face makeup, I love using the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, and this I can use under my eyes as well. It's just when I'm spending a little bit more time on my makeup, I will go in with the Secret Brightening Powder. But this does a great job at setting my face. It doesn't leave me too matte. But yeah, it's good, and like I said, I can use it under my eyes too, so when I'm in a rush I can just dip this in and pretty much put it all over my face and just get the job done quickly. And I prefer this over my pressed powders that I own. I don't have a favorite pressed powder just because I like the consistency of a translucent powder more for some reason. So I like that one. I want to quickly mention for my brows, I use eyeshadows to fill them in. That's my all-time favorite way to fill in my brows, and I don't even use a brow specific powder. I just use eyeshadows. For Makeup Forever, it's not necessary. I wouldn't suggest like going out and buying Makeup Forever shadows to fill in your brows. It's just what I have, and I had these colors and they really suit my brows. I will mix them or, you know, put this one more towards the outer corner. So yeah, this is just my perfect brow product. I've used the Anastasia Brow Wiz and brow pencils, and just 100% prefer brow powder. So yeah, or powder, you know, it's my favorite. To set them, I do use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I have the tinted one. I just prefer the clear brow gel. Back to the face, moving on to bronzers. I don't know if I have an all-time favorite bronzer, but these two definitely stand out to me. I will pretty much pick up any bronzer that I own and use that, just depending on what's closest to me. But I do really, really like MAC's Give Me Sun bronzer. It's just a really, really warm toned orange bronzer. I will use this when I am pale, but I mostly use it when I'm a bit tanner just because it has such a strong orange tone to it. But I'll use it at any skin tone pretty much, and just either use a light hand or a heavy hand. But yeah, I really like an intense bronzed look. I don't really go for like a natural bronzer, and so this gives me like that intense warmth to my cheeks. One that I really, 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 really love as well. I don't use it as often. I don't know why. I used it today and I'm just like, yes. This has a bit more of it's warm, but it has a reddish undertone to it, so it looks a little bit more natural. And it's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Radiant Bronze Light. That's like their ambient lighting powers, and it just has two colors kind of swirled in there. And this is so pretty. It's not matte. It has a little bit of shimmer. The Give Me Sun is matte, but I really, really like the way this looks. Really, really like it. It just is glowy and beautiful and bronzy, and yeah, it's warm but has a little bit of red into it. Okay, to contour, I think my favorite of all time is Benefit's Hoola. Now this can be used as a bronzer too, especially when I am at my palest. this is definitely a good bronzer. It does not have too much gray into it. I think the ones in like the contour palettes, like the Kat Von D one and the Anastasia one, definitely have more gray in it than this. This has just a slight warmth to it, but really works as well as a contour. And I would say this is the one that I grab the most when I am gonna contour. Good oldie but a goodie. I hate that phrase. All-time favorite blush. I think I have just come to realize, I've owned this for a while, but it's Nars Madly. This is the perfect, most beautiful, neutral, golden, bronze, shimmery blush of all time. I love it. I think it suits a lot of people because I know this is a lot of people's favorite blush. It's just a good go-to blush, and I think it looks so gorgeous. Like everybody says, it looks like nothing in the pan, but looks like everything on your face. It's gorgeous. As far as formula, and also this shade is gorgeous, but the Becca blushes are really, really good. Super pigmented. This one is called Songbird, and just for the color, I'm just like dying. Like, this is such a beautiful color. I don't know if you can see it like in the camera, but it's just like a really, really intense bronze. It's a little bit more orange than Madly, and definitely has probably more shimmer and is probably more pigmented. But yeah, I really, really like the Becca blushes. I want to try the new Luminous blushes, but I don't really need any more blushes. I have way too many, so I probably won't try those out for a while. Moving on to everybody's favorite part of makeup. My favorite part of makeup is highlighters. The Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors. These are so beautiful, and I have them in like every single shade. Shall we go through them? Pearl. These are all favorites. I don't have a particular color that I like. I really, really love all of them. They're equally intense and beautiful, so just depending on your skin tone or the look that you're going for, these will give you that intense highlighted look. This is what I would use when I'm at my fairest shade. It's pretty much just like a pearl shade. It's kind of got a white base. So yeah, perfect for pale skin. Champagne Pop, which is a bit more of a champagne color, a little bit more gold, darker, more peach. Moonstone is just like a kind of like an in-between those two shades. I didn't say that I had a favorite, but if I am tanned, Opal. Yeah, it's a little bit more cooler toned than the other ones, but these are just so gorgeous. I definitely have to mention the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I didn't use this today. Oh my goodness. I was gonna say I use it every single day without fail, and I do, but maybe like 1 out of 50 times I won't use it, and I didn't use it today. But yeah, this is my favorite setting spray. I have to have it at all times. My favorite eye primer of all time is the Nars Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I use it every time I wear eyeshadow. Okay, as far as eyeshadows go, I have a few different brands that I love, but I would say definitely my most used and the most I've collected are going to be my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I have them in Z palettes, of course. If we're talking metallic, it's definitely going to be the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. So freaking pretty. Oh my god, I want to use these like every single day, like a different look. Like these make me want to wear blue, it makes me want to wear mint green, it makes me want to wear purple, it makes me want to wear all these colors. Like this, this is the one for metallic eyeshadow. Okay, I like am in shock right now. I just dropped, these are also Makeup Geek shadows, but I just dropped this Z palette and none of them broke. I was about to cry. They're completely out of order. I had them all color coordinated and everything, but I just wanted to put them back in. I'll sort it out later, but it's the best brand if you're wanting like a full array of colors and finishes and everything. And I think they're about $6 each. The foiled shadows are $10, but they're good all around shadows. I have a few more, but yeah, this is definitely like my go-to palette. It's completely out of order, but they didn't break, so thank God. Favorite matte shadows. I don't have too many of them, but they are the Makeup Forever shadows. I wish I had every single matte color, but these are the opposite of Makeup Geek. They're so expensive, they're for sure worth it. Like, they are just so, I mean, I'll swatch. Like, they are extremely creamy. I will use the Makeup Geek matte shadows for sure, and they're good, but when you're wanting something like super creamy and blendable, the Makeup Forever ones are just that. So I think if you are to try some of them out, shimmer ones are good. I don't think they're exactly worth it, but the matte ones, those are super awesome and probably my all-time favorite formula for matte shadows. A quick mention of an eyeshadow palette if you're just wanting to buy a palette and not single shadows. These are all matte, but it's the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. Again, these remind me of the consistency of the Makeup Forever ones. They're so creamy and so pigmented. Buttery, amazing, just perfect matte shadows. They're just like out of this world, intense, beautiful, blendable. They're not patchy at all. So that is like a this is a really good palette. I have so many eye palettes and don't use them a lot. And this one is just like, you can really tell the difference in the quality of these as opposed to other matte shadows. So that's a good one. As far as eyeliners go, I don't really wear eyeliner as often to have a favorite or try out a lot of them. I definitely want to start trying out more eyeliners, especially liquid liners. I've been using the Stila liquid liner for ever, as long as I've been doing my makeup, and that one is good. It's a good go-to. I've repurchased it a bunch of times, but I don't know if it's like my all-time favorite liner. I think I'm still on the hunt for that. And as far as eye pencils go, I've just been using a Maybelline one for the past couple years, just because it works. It doesn't smudge or anything, but I don't think it's as intense or pigmented. There's a lot of eyeliners that I want to try is what I'm saying. I do, for color liners, really like these NYX ones though. They're the glide-on ones. I have them in a bunch of colors and those are good. I heard the ColourPop gel liners. I really want to try those in like every single color. They have amazing colors and they look so pigmented, which is hard to do for like a waterline color. So yeah, eyeliners I don't feel too strongly about, I guess, at the moment. And my favorite mascara is the Benefit They're Real. Yeah, it's just perfect. I always want to try different mascaras, and then right when I start applying a new mascara, I'm like, no, this is the best. This and the Lancome Hypnose Drama one, so good. I love intense lashes because I hate applying fake lashes, so I really need them to stand out most of the time. For bottom lash mascara, I really like the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. It has a skinnier wand. I like this one and the Clinique one. I think they both pretty much do the same job, and is really good at applying mascara to my lower lashes. I used to use the same mascara for top and bottom until I switched over to these skinnier, smaller brushes, and then I'm like, how do you put this under your eye? Like, that's just too difficult. So yeah, those are for sure all-time faves. I literally have stuff in this popsicle container. Moving on to lips. As far as lip liners, I do really enjoy the MAC lip liners. I think the shade range and just, I really like the consistency. I'm trying to stray away from using MAC products because I know they test on animals, and I know a lot of these brands do test on animals, which I'm starting to get uncomfortable with. I just feel guilty about using their products. So I really do want to become more educated about that type of subject. Just a side note, but I know a lot of people still use MAC, and you know, I don't want to start naming brands that test on animals because I'm not sure of that list. I know you can look it up, but I have previously purchased these, and I do really like it. Really like these lip liners. I really like Soar and Whirl, just because I think they give, if you're wanting like a more pink mauve color, then Soar is perfect. If you're wanting like kind of like a dirty mauve color, more like a purple undertone or brownish purple, then Whirl is perfect. I really like Boldly Bare and Strip Down. So yeah, I pretty much like all the MAC lip liners. Lip liners, great cheaper alternative. They're a little bit more creamy and they have a lot of color, so I think the NYX ones are really freaking good. This is one is just mauve, but I have them in like 20 different shades. Quickly mention this Nars lip liner in El Agua. This one is just, I don't have any other Nars lip liners, but this color specifically is amazing. Like a purplish neutral color. And I really like this color for some reason, so it's a standout for me. Not getting into specific colors because come on, like lipstick I switch up all the time. Like I do have ones that I grab for more often, but like I don't have like a go-to lipstick. Like that's my go-to lipstick. I have go-to brands or types of lipsticks, so I'm just gonna go with that. Something from the drugstore, which I know I haven't mentioned a lot of drugstore makeup. I just don't buy a lot of drugstore makeup. I do buy a lot of higher end makeup, but these are, they still have the tags from them. These are so good. Best lipstick from the drugstore I've ever tried of all time. These are Maybelline Matte Collection. I'm pretty sure it would be the specific name. And they just have the most gorgeous colors, gorgeous consistency. They're not like completely matte. They have a little bit of satin feel to them, but they are so opaque and just so like beautiful. I love the finish of these. That was in Touch of Spice. Today I am wearing this blushing pout color, which I never really wear pinks, but I just decided to wear this one today. But yeah, these are definitely really good lipsticks, and I need to reach for them more because they're beautiful. I would say probably my all-time favorite lipsticks that I have the most of and just tend to pick up most often are the MAC lipsticks. I love the satins and the mattes specifically, but I also love, I have a luster one right here, and yeah, I just have Mocha, Flamingo, Del Rio, Faux. Those are a few of my favorites. I guess I can show some of them. Like the color of it's called Mocha Faux. It kind of matches this lip liner really well. Flamingo is like a, oh, this looks cute. Like a brighter, this is a luster, and I really like this shade. It's like a really bright, vibrant peach color. Del Rio. This goes good with Whirl. Yeah, it's just a, for sure, darker, more reddish color. Mauve, you know, combination of all of those. I have been getting into lip gloss recently. I used to never wear lip gloss. I went crazy and bought a bunch of the NYX butter glosses like a long time ago, like in every single color, and never picked them up for about a year or two. And just recently I started putting on gloss, and I really like the look of it. I don't know, to me it just looks a little bit more healthy. I still love matte lips, but I don't know, I'm into the glosses now, and the butter glosses for sure. I don't think you need another lip gloss from any other brand ever. I think the opacity, is that the word, of these is great. The finish is great. They do wear off quickly, I suppose. I mean, mine's pretty much worn off, and I put it on maybe like an hour ago or so. But yeah, for the price and the shade range and everything, these are the best, and they smell so good. I think, oh yeah, what's also pretty much in a lot of my everyday makeup is MAC Fix Plus. I use this, it's a multi-purpose product, I feel. I use it if I'm feeling super powdery and gross and want to like be more dewy. I think this gives you more of a dew than the Urban Decay one, so I'll use it for that. I think it's good at intensifying any sort of powder, whether it's eyeshadow, highlighter, anything. Just spraying your brush with this really does a good job at transforming it into a more intense product. Also, quickly, Aquaphor lip balm. This isn't really makeup related. In fact, I don't think I would put this on immediately before applying a lip product, but this is the best lip balm like of all time. I just want to quickly mention that because it's so good for like really, really dry lips, and at nighttime it's perfect, and I love the way my lips feel after applying this. I haven't found a lip balm that moisturizes my lips quite like this one. So also Morphe brushes. Their brushes are, I think, my favorite all-time brushes. I have so many. I'm looking at them right now. These are mostly Morphe, but yeah, they're just, again, for the price, best brushes. You don't need another brand, I don't think. I guess that's it, I think. God, like straight up talking videos really take your breath away. I'm like, breathe this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching that. That was really fun to talk about like my all-time favorite makeup products. So I will see you in my next video, hopefully. Bye!